loves, what's good, what's popping? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl G and I'm back with another video. Well, it's a sit down, well, kind of standing up because I really am using this natural light at this point. So if the lighting changes, please bear with me because the sun will be moving directions. But otherwise, not wasting time, let's get straight into the video. I moved continents and I moved countries, I moved cities and everything in between. So previously, I'm sure you, from my videos, my uploads and everything in between, you could see that I was based in China, in the People's Republic of China, in the beautiful city of Shenzhen. If you don't know Shenzhen is a beautiful city which is just adjacent to Hong Kong. Very humid, it also drains a lot. So in case you just come across this video and plan on going to Shenzhen, just make sure that you carry an umbrella with you. That's the only tip I can give you about Shenzhen. Always carry an umbrella with you because it rains like there's no tomorrow. Anyways, back to my moving. So yeah, I moved from Shenzhen. I went back home to Gaborone, Botswana, and I was there for a little while with my family, my sisters, I mean my mother's children. Oops, sometimes they're my father's children, sometimes they're just people I know. Yeah, so I was there with my sisters whom I love so much and my dog siblings. Yeah, so it was really good and just getting to be home, being grounded and just having everybody, family and everything in between. And of course that plan was never to leave home again because I was so tired of being away from home. So I just wanted to be home forever. But of course, as you can see from the title of the video, that didn't happen. I am now in the United Arab Emirates, in the beautiful city of Dubai, with the Burj Khalifa view from my apartment. I think this was like the biggest highlight because it was never part of the plan to be in Dubai. For starters, I never even planned to be here. I never even dreamt to be here. Like years ago, almost a decade ago, I made peace with the fact that this place is just gonna be like a transit place for me. But not knowing that I was actually gonna move here for a minute, for a while. So that's why I'm saying Dubai chose me. It's not the other way. Dubai chose me, and so far it's been really good. It's been really good. Okay, sorry about that. I'm just admiring the beautiful view. So let me just show you, then we get straight back to the video. Dubai chose me, basically. That's how I moved to Dubai. But so I moved to Dubai sometime in September, and I remember it was early in the morning. It was early in the morning. I woke up at 5 because my flight was like at midday. So I woke up at 5 and I had to pack because in my mind I knew I was going to Dubai. Okay, I have to adjust a bit. So in my mind I knew I was going, but at the same time I was ready to leave, but at the same time not ready. So I actually woke up very early. Okay, it's normal time, basically 5, and I started packing my bags last minute. And I remember my sister asking, why is it so easy for you to pack and leave? I'm like, dude, I'm packing the day I'm supposed to be leaving, meaning it's not easy, but I have to go. But ever since my arrival, everything has been good. I haven't regretted. And just to share with you my experience, so when I left home, we were very late. I was the last person to check in. Like I was the very last person, and I couldn't even wrap up my bags because if I did that, then my bags weren't gonna make it to the plane. So lucky enough they didn't get damaged, and so I checked in last. And then also, like I was flying from Botswana, from International Airport, and of course the flight was delayed for what reasons I don't know. So I actually ended up spending a lot of time inside waiting for the plane, and then it came, and then I arrived in Johannesburg. So upon arrival, it was okay. I think I had about 6 hours in transit. So I made a friend. I love to just make friends, you know, like travel buddies, travel friends kind of vibe. So I made a friend with this girl who was going to Czech Republic. So she's in Czech right now. She's studying there. Her name is Laune. So she's also from Botswana. And so yeah, we just had food, like lunch at a Mug and Bean. Then we just roamed around the airport, took some cool pictures, and then yeah, a few hours later it was time to board. So I came with the Airbus A380, and And yeah, so we made friends again. I made friends with the people working in the kitchen because our seats were like at the back, like super at the back, like the last row. That's where my seat was. So I did go there, put my bags, packed my bags up in the cabin, put them in the cabin, and I was like, oh, let me see where the stairs are leading me to. So I took the stairs on the flight. And then it was the kitchen. So I met a friend in the kitchen, just that my belly, I mean, I really can't eat much when I travel, but I could have just literally gotten anything I wanted at that point. But yeah, so I met a friend there, and then upon arrival, I was ready to vlog, I was ready to create the content, but I had the Maharba, they're called Maharba. I think Maharba means welcome or something in Arabic. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they were waiting. There was this lady waiting for me. So the moment I get out of the tunnel, I'm like excited, like, yo, so now I'm gonna get to roam around the airport a bit, you know, and just make content, and then I go and check out. So she was waiting. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So she takes me, she calls the buggy, we sit, and then we go to the checkout stations. At this point, there's a long queue. So it was like maybe 5 a.m. just after 5. So there is a very long queue, and I'm thinking, wow. And because I was using their service and I really did not buy them before, like all these years I'd never used them, or any other in another country wherever I went to. So everything was just expedited. She just like, okay, come, let's go. I just dragged my hand luggage, we skipped all the lines basically, and then when the person being served on the counter was done, boom, I was next. So everybody else had to wait for me to be served because of that service, Maharba. So I highly recommend it to you guys. So my passport was stamped, and then the next moment we were out, when we were on the other side, and when we were on the other side, there was this guy waiting for us. So he was gonna help with my luggage. And so we got there, he asked me how do my bags look like. I explained to him that there are two, they're black in color. And then it's like, okay, the next thing, I went to use the restroom because I really needed to pee. And then I helped myself, I came back, he had my bags, he was pushing them. So we are going towards the exit, and at that point I'm like, okay, everything is being expedited, I don't have to lift a finger. Pretty cool, let's go. And as we're approaching, I see this man, he's standing there with my name, and he was my driver. So we get this like, oh, hey, Jillian. I'm like, yeah, I'm Jillian. It's like, okay, perfect, follow me, let's go. He takes me, and then this man is now pushing my bags, he takes me out, we go, and then my car was waiting. My car was waiting, a beautiful car. It was waiting. So then they opened the door for me, packed my bags, and then boom, off we go. So it felt like I was dreaming because I mean, I just woken up from the flight, because I actually woke up when we landed. You know, like those people say they don't sleep on the flight? Nah, that's not me. I'll sleep, even if the plane, you know, God forbid, but I sleep on the plane. So I was like, wait, so actually now I'm in Dubai, you know, seeing all these buildings, and I really didn't know where exactly I was going, because it was literally my first time, like, out of the airport and everything in between. So fast forward, we arrive at my place of residence. I'm like, okay, so I couldn't open the door of the car. Like, you know, I'm just used to doing stuff, you know, on my own, which is something I've kind of stopped ever since I moved here. Now, like, princess treatment all the way, darling. So so I tried to open the door, but I really couldn't figure out where to open it. That's how cool the car was, how fancy the car was. And then so the driver got out, opened for me, and then people came in from my place of residence, which I'm really not going to mention the name exactly at the moment. So they came out, opened the door for me, opened the boot, carried my luggage and everything in between. They're like, oh, you are blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, sure. They're like, okay, let's go to your apartment. So I get to my apartment, I enter, I'm like, oh wow, this looks good, you know, as good as spacious, provided that I came here alone, as good as spacious, and also the view is the view that matters the most. At this point, the view really matters. So I remember opening, like, everything was closed and shut. No, the linen curtains were out, but so I opened, I see the Burj Khalifa in my bedroom. I go to the kitchen, I go to this living room. Like, that was the biggest thing for me, like, you know, because it's like in downtown, like in Dubai, downtown is the good part, is the best part, is the eat part, you know, compared to back home where downtown is downtown. But in Dubai, downtown is the place to be at. So yeah, that's how I made it here to Dubai. And what I've been doing since I arrived, I've been doing a bunch of stuff. The very first weeks were hectic, and it's still hectic, but I think I'm kind of getting hang of everything that's happening. I'm really still trying to figure out my stuff here, and I feel like for every other information that I can talk about, every other details that I can talk about, they'll need a whole separate video, because I've been here for a minute now, but I've managed to grasp a lot, to learn a lot, to see a lot, and get a lot of helpful information that can be helpful to other people as well. Because I remember before I came here, I tried to find as much information as I can on the internet, and it was just so hard. It was so hard to just get as much info as I could. But I'm here now with all the info that you guys might need, and I'll be glad to share it with you all. So be sure to click the notification bell, subscribe, comment, share, and like, because my next viewer, my next subscriber might be on a timeline. Yes, my loves, so please do the things that need to be done. But otherwise it's been a great experience so far, life-changing, learning a lot, getting out of my comfort zone once again, which I always do, have been doing since forever. And yeah, I really have been having a time of my life. I have met some of the good people. I live with a good person, like we get each other, so it helps that I have someone that I live with as well, you know, and not just me living by myself. So that's really good. And yeah, I think this is it for this video for now, so that I don't say too much or give too much unnecessary information. But for the rest of everything that involves Dubai or personal development, or everything just about moving from your comfort zone to the rest of the world, this is the channel to be at. Just make sure you comment and like, share, and subscribe, and also reach out to me on Instagram at Jillian_Jean_. So it's Jillian, it's just my name here on YouTube with underscores basically, as well as on LinkedIn. If you want a professional development career, then reach out to me on LinkedIn, reach out to me on Instagram, as well as on my YouTube channel, so we stay connected until the very end. Otherwise, without wasting much of your time, my loves, thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one. Bye.